Have you ever started your morning with what seemed like the perfect breakfast, only to feel unusually tired, sluggish, or hungry again just a short time later? Many older adults believe eggs are one of the healthiest foods they can eat, and in many ways they are. But what often goes unnoticed is that the foods served alongside those eggs may quietly work against your health goals. Today, we're uncovering three common foods that may not be the best partners for eggs, especially if you're over 60. And by the end of this video, you'll also discover simple swaps that can help support your heart, muscles, energy, and healthy aging. Eggs have earned their place as one of nature's most nutritious foods. They're packed with high-quality protein that helps maintain muscle, along with vitamins like B12, choline, selenium, and vitamin D. These nutrients support brain health, nerve function, and muscle strength, which become increasingly important as we age. But here's something many people never think about. The egg isn't usually the problem. It's the breakfast plate surrounding it that deserves a closer look, and the first combination surprises many people because it's one of America's favorite breakfasts. Before we reveal that first food, let me ask you something. Have you noticed that climbing stairs feels harder than it did a few years ago? Maybe your legs tire more quickly during a walk, or you sometimes feel unsteady getting out of a chair. These changes aren't always caused by aging alone. Everyday eating habits can influence inflammation, blood sugar, circulation, and even how energetic you feel throughout the day. Let me know your age in the comments because I'm curious how many of you have experienced these changes. The first food that deserves attention is processed meat, including bacon, sausage, and many types of breakfast ham. Eggs themselves are not the concern here. The challenge comes from pairing them with foods that are often loaded with sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives. Over time, regularly eating large amounts of processed meat has been linked to a higher risk of heart disease and certain chronic health conditions. For older adults trying to protect their heart and blood vessels, this combination deserves a second thought. Think of your blood vessels like the plumbing in your home. When they're healthy, blood flows smoothly, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, nerves, and brain. But diets consistently high in sodium can contribute to elevated blood pressure in many people, placing extra strain on that system. Reduced circulation may leave you feeling fatigued, slow your recovery after activity, and make it harder to stay active as the years go by. Many patients tell me they assumed that because eggs contain cholesterol, they were the unhealthy part of breakfast. In reality, research over the past decade has shown that for many healthy people, moderate egg consumption can fit into a balanced diet. It's often the processed meats, excessive salt, and unhealthy fats surrounding those eggs that create the bigger concern. That simple shift in perspective changes everything, and we're only getting started because the second food is even more common. Imagine two breakfast plates. One has scrambled eggs with fresh tomatoes, spinach, and avocado. The other has eggs with several strips of bacon and heavily buttered sausage. Both include eggs, yet they create very different nutritional patterns. The first provides fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats, while the second delivers far more sodium and saturated fat. Small daily choices like these can quietly shape your health over months and years. If you enjoy bacon occasionally, there's no need to panic or believe you've ruined your health. The key is frequency and portion size. Consider treating processed meats as an occasional indulgence rather than an everyday habit. Swapping them for grilled salmon, beans later in the day, or simply adding vegetables beside your eggs can help create a meal that's more supportive of long-term health. Now let's move to the second food, and this one catches many people completely off guard because it's sitting on millions of breakfast tables every morning. White bread, sugary pastries, sweet cereals, and refined breakfast biscuits may seem harmless, but pairing eggs with large amounts of refined carbohydrates can cause blood sugar to rise quickly, especially in people with diabetes or pre-diabetes. Here's why that matters. When blood sugar spikes rapidly, your body releases insulin to bring it back down. For some people, that rise and fall leaves them feeling hungry, sleepy, or low on energy just a couple of hours later. If you've ever eaten breakfast and found yourself searching for another snack before lunch, this could be one reason why. Have you experienced that? Tell me in the comments, because many people are surprised to learn this connection. Stable blood sugar isn't just about diabetes. It also influences energy, mood, concentration, and even balance. Sudden highs and lows can make you feel less steady on your feet or more fatigued during the day. As we age, preserving strength and independence often depends on maintaining consistent energy rather than constantly riding a roller coaster of sugar highs and crashes. Instead of refined breads or sugary pastries, consider whole grain toast, steel-cut oats, or fresh fruit alongside your eggs. These foods provide fiber, which slows digestion and helps your body absorb sugar more gradually. Think of fiber as a traffic officer directing cars through a busy intersection instead of allowing everyone to rush through at once. That smoother flow can help you feel satisfied longer. We're about to discuss the third food, but before we do, here's something many people overlook. The healthiest breakfast isn't about finding one magical superfood. It's about how different foods work together. Even nutritious foods can become less supportive when paired with ingredients that add excess calories, sodium, or unhealthy fats. The final food is hiding in plain sight, and once you recognize it, you'll probably never look at breakfast the same way again. The third food is excessive butter and deep-fried side dishes. Butter can certainly have a place in cooking when used sparingly, but generous amounts spread across toast, melted over eggs, and combined with fried potatoes or other deep-fried foods can significantly increase saturated fat and calorie intake. For people managing heart disease, high cholesterol, or weight concerns, these choices deserve careful attention. Deep frying also changes the nutritional profile of foods by adding large amounts of fat. That doesn't mean you must completely avoid every fried food forever, but making them an occasional treat instead of a daily habit can support healthier aging. Roasted potatoes, air-fried vegetables, or lightly sautéed greens provide satisfying alternatives without relying on heavy frying. One patient once told me she couldn't understand why she felt sluggish every morning despite eating eggs almost every day. After looking closely at her breakfast, we noticed it included fried potatoes, several strips of bacon, white toast with butter, and sugary orange drink. She decided to make gradual changes instead of trying a strict diet. Within weeks, she reported feeling fuller longer and having more energy for her morning walks. Individual experiences vary, but small improvements often become easier to maintain than dramatic overhauls. As we grow older, protecting muscle becomes especially important. Age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, can affect balance, mobility, and independence. Eggs provide excellent protein to help support muscle maintenance, especially when combined with regular physical activity. Pairing them with colorful vegetables, beans later in the day, whole grains, and healthy fats creates a pattern that nourishes your body rather than weighing it down. Let's also talk about nerves, because many viewers ask about numbness and tingling. Healthy nerves rely on nutrients such as vitamin B12, which eggs naturally contain, along with good blood flow to deliver oxygen and nourishment throughout the body. While no single food can prevent nerve problems, building balanced meals and managing conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure may help support healthy nerve function over time. Another important topic is inflammation. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection, but chronic inflammation can contribute to many age-related diseases. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and healthy fats are consistently associated with better overall health. Replacing highly processed foods with these choices doesn't require perfection. It simply requires consistency. You may have heard claims online that certain foods become poisonous when mixed with eggs. Current scientific evidence does not support those dramatic myths. Most concerns involve the overall nutritional quality of the meal rather than dangerous food combinations. That's actually encouraging because it means you don't have to fear eggs. Instead, you can focus on building healthier breakfasts around them. Here's a simple question to think about tomorrow morning. When you look at your breakfast plate, what takes up the most space? Is it colorful vegetables and quality protein, or is it processed meat, refined bread, and fried foods? That one observation may tell you more about your eating pattern than any complicated diet plan ever could. If today's video has made you look at breakfast differently, you're already taking an important step toward healthier aging. No single meal determines your future, but the habits you repeat day after day can influence your heart, muscles, energy, and quality of life. Small changes practiced consistently often produce the greatest benefits over time. Remember the three combinations we discussed today. Eggs with processed meats may add excessive sodium and saturated fat. Eggs with refined sugary carbohydrates may contribute to blood sugar swings for some people. Eggs served with excessive butter and deep-fried foods can increase saturated fat and calories beyond what many older adults need. Fortunately, simple swaps like vegetables, whole grains, fruit, and healthy fats can transform the same breakfast into a more balanced meal. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me your age and which breakfast you usually eat. Have you noticed better energy after making healthier changes? Your experience may encourage someone else who is beginning their own journey toward healthier aging. If you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe for more evidence-based health tips, and share it with a friend or family member over 60. Remember, every healthy choice you make today is an investment in your strength, independence, and tomorrow's quality of life.